Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Andy Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the morning.
The #1 sports show on the planet. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning. Sunday, and we are ready to rock out with you. Let's go, Richmond. Giddy up. So welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. How are we feeling today? It is really tough to get over that Redskins game, but that's okay. We will be back and trying to do our thing, which is put a smile on your face as per usual. We've got the Redskins are terrible. The Giants are worse. That's debatable. We've got senior sports writer Guru Jack. He'll join us from Soapbox Sports talking Eli Manning. He's got trivia for us. He's got reasons the Redskins fans should rejoice right now. Good luck. It all starts with my co-host here in Studio A. Belly Matt LaBelle says doubtful.
Doubtful.
Why?
Full of doubt.
We'll get into it. And, of course, Matty Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom. Hello, my friend.
Salutations, everyone.
Oh, I missed you. There it is. Greetings and salutations to you. How are you this morning?
I mean, fine. That game was really lame, but other than that, all good.
Everybody knows we tape this on Fridays. It goes to your earbuds on
special Friday
Sundays.
today, too.
It is my birthday today on Friday. Hello. I'm 34
Happy birthday
years
to the
old.
Luch.
Yeah, 34.
How old are you?
34. Feels good.
Old enough to drink.
We really have, listen, we really have the 30s covered because Belly's 30, I'm 34, and Potts is 39. So this demographic, locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
We know it better than anybody.
Oh, you betcha. But we also like to get everybody else too. So strap it in, folks. We got a big one for you today. Can't wait for Jack to get here. And we've got some new ads. We've got a really good ad from Marinate that is great. Man, well done there. That was good. So, Potts, what's going on with you? You saw the Redskins game, I'm sure. We were at Hooters for the game last night. It was my birthday, which was fun. But Belly and I didn't watch really any of it because we were entranced with women.
Yes, we were distracted by women. Although I was very keyed into what was going on in the game.
Yeah. Potts, check this out. First of all, I mean, I didn't even realize what was happening in the game until it was. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, it's the third quarter. What happened? I thought Belly's like, dude, it's second down. They're down 14-7. Like, what are you doing? Are you watching this game at all?
Adam's like, they're returning a touchdown. They're like returning a fumble or something, or returning a punt for the touchdown. That's what it was. They were returning the punt for the touchdowns. Like Adam's like, we still got this, and I'm like, you realize it's now 17-7, right?
No idea. Yeah. No idea. And it's not because of the Hooters chicks, but Kelowna was there. So, Potts, did you watch the game last night?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think?
For once, I'm going to say Cousins did everything he could. He was basically running for his life all night.
Right.
So it really wasn't his fault. It was just the whole team sucked in general.
Well, I mean,
That
we're so hurt.
Some of those interceptions where it went through receivers' hands and into other players' hands. It was terrible.
Doesn't
terrible.
it makes you miss the days of Pierre Garçon, Deshaun Jackson. You just knew if you threw it to them, they're going to catch it, especially on like a third down, like a crucial play. Pierre Garçon was the best for that. I mean, Deshaun Jackson doesn't miss deep balls. I mean, Crowder, I love the guy sometimes, but boy, oh boy, our special teams is just tough to watch. He's so spotty. You never know, and it can't be that bad. You guys see Brian, oh God, what's his name? I missed
Brian Mitchell.
Brian Mitchell, thank you. God, I was
great
blanking on that.
punt returner.
Oh boy, did you see him blasting the Redskins special teams? He said it was embarrassing to be a former player, embarrassing to be a fan. Just calls out the special teams coach and says, "I'm here to help.
Call me.
Call me. I
coach
can't
you
watch this anymore."
I'll coach you up. I'm the greatest one of the greatest punt returners to ever play the game.
Brian Mitchell was awesome.
Yes.
He was great.
They should take all the help they can get. That's
So,
for damn sure.
I mean, how do I take this here? Because I was really struggling with this morning because, you know, Richmond, I definitely was here claiming Super Bowl.
Win out.
Winning it out. That was my claim. Because the Redskins are notorious over the past 3 years of finishing strong. We were like, you know, we finished 5 out of 6 or 6 out of 6.
I said it last night. When the Redskins are 100% expected to win,
Yeah.
they will 100% lose.
Well, Stephen A. Smith's, claim to fame is that they're allergic to prosperity. Great. Great. Well, it's true. I mean, every time we get a chance. But, I mean, the Redskins' way is to keep you going, keep you in it, like the Seattle Seahawks game, like Potts said, right? So, wouldn't you think we would win last night? But, my God, the Cowboys haven't scored 9 points in the last 3 games since Ezekiel Elliott got suspended. And they go out and put out a what burger? A 38 burger?
I think it turned out to be 40.
God.
It was horrible. But the funniest thing, I've never heard this before, was actually against Dallas, when the ref said, they literally said, they called offsides, and they go, everyone was offsides except for the center. I've never heard that.
Yeah, the whole offensive line.
Yeah, false
it goes,
start.
everyone but
Number
the center.
68, number 47.
Right. No, I don't know, man. I mean, because I sat here really pondering this morning, how do I want to, I take this position that we have, this platform that we have seriously. And, if we have a voice, I want it to be saying something relevant. I don't feel as if I need to come on here and blast the Redskins today. I really don't. They're hurt.
I mean, there's really nothing to say anymore.
They're hurt to all hell, Potts. Belly, they're on their, 7th string. I mean, what do you expect? Now Moses is down.
Yeah, Moses went down last night. Not very good.
Poor Kirk. He wants the heck out of here. Guarantee it.
Yeah, it'd be ironic to finish 8-8 in Kirk's last season, wouldn't it? 8 wins, 8 losses, and 8's gone.
Peace out, everybody, and going to San Francisco. Let's hope Jimmy Garoppolo does great this today, I guess, Sunday.
No, I think he'll go to Denver. I think Kirk will go
Denver
right
could
to
really
Denver.
use Kirk. Who else could use Potts? Who could use Kirk?
Maybe Dallas.
Whoa! That you talk about stirring up sports media. That would just throw everybody into no.
Yeah.
Are you okay over here?
Yeah, I just don't have it today.
I mean, I love it. You're using the mute button to the best of your abilities, but the mics are pretty. They're
gonna
good, but
catch
they're
it.
not. They're not magical.
No.
What's up with you? Are you hungover?
No, I don't know what's so wrong.
This
with me.
guy bought my whole ticket last night.
Yeah.
Drove me. Came there, picked
Nice.
me up, drove me home. What a birthday!
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was good.
We really did have fun. But listen, I didn't see any of this game.
Yeah, he was locked in to talking to a very nice lady.
Potts, could I date a 22-year-old? I'm 34. Is that frowned upon? Somebody told me. My best friend told me today. The rule is 12 plus half plus 7, right? And I was like, what? Half plus 7 is what he said is the rule.
17 plus 24 is your minimum.
24
to
would
me,
be my minimum.
it's not an amount of years difference. It's what the ages are. Like, 22 is a big difference from 34.
Well, what's half plus 7?
You know what I'm
22,
saying?
that's 11, 22, 18.
Right, but it's not about that. It's about, like, when you're 40, you can date someone that's 30, but people in their 20s are just, they're in a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it wouldn't be a good match, in my opinion, unless this was some super mature 22.
She's very mature, just got back from India, but also, just graduated college.
Right.
I don't know, man. I was asking my buddy, I was like, what's the level of frowned upon that's going to get? Between me and my friends and just basically people in general. Not that I should really care either way, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do it. That's a stretch. So if you're 50, that means 25 plus 7 is 32. 50 and 32 is a little stretch. That's rough.
That's that's a big stretch.
Yeah. What's the biggest gap you've ever had with dating?
Not much.
Like couple years, right? Potts,
Not
have you had a
even.
big gap? A big gap. A big gap.
Not more than probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I think 2's my max. I think 2.
Okay.
Older and younger.
Nice. Plus or minus 2.
Plus minus 2 on both sides.
So I'm excited to get to Jack. We'll do that from Soapbox Sports, Guru Jack, and we'll do that in about 8 minutes. We'll get him on here to talk Giants, but let's preface that. Potts, I want to get your feelings on, because we talked about this earlier, and we really do need to get to the Matt Lauer thing and how you totally hit that on the nail. I know that's not sports, but boy, you crushed that. So
More and more.
we'll bring that out maybe at the back half of the show. So thank you again for listening. But I'd like to get your guys' take on the Eli Manning thing, because when we did our show, it pretty much just broke over the week, and I did not know that they gave him the opportunity to start the first halves of each game. So with that being said, and that's to hold his streak. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he's got the consecutive streak of how many games?
210.
Okay, and so to keep that alive, the coach had said, listen, man, we're happy to play you the first half, keep your streak alive, finish out the season, but we want to start checking out what our other quarterbacks look like. And he went over to his locker and kind of got emotional about it. And now you got Phillip Rivers saying, how much this is so disrespectful to Eli, and I don't understand it. Tom Brady's on the radio saying I don't understand it. I got respect for him. He doesn't deserve this. The owner of the Giants is saying, I wish I was in town when this happened. What? Give me a break. You didn't know it was going to happen. You're just randomly out of town. So I don't know. Well, whose side are you on? Because there seems to be a lot of outpouring for Eli. I mean, he could have played.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, I feel bad for Eli, but I don't know. I think there's something else going on. Like maybe they've already decided they're trading him, or he's already said, I definitely want to leave. So
well, no, but didn't he find out in the public eye? I mean, Belly, what was the whole deal with the whole locker? He was sitting in his locker and crying, and
I don't know.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, everybody got emotional because he got emotional over they found the news out, and then he had to go over his locker, sit down, and just kind of like not really weep, but process what's happening here. Man, I didn't even get. The Maras are the owners, and they are like renowned as great owners, and I don't know. I mean, they gave him the right to start. I have no sympathy for Eli right now. Zero.
I mean, that's like, why would...
It sounds to me like the Giants are actually just trying to cover their butts, saying we offered Eli an opportunity, and it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like they're just
but he told him to go shove. I mean, not necessarily, but if he's going to say go shove... Then,
go shove. I'm starting the whole game, or I'm not starting at all.
That doesn't sound very mature to me.
That sounds
giving
like
him the option wasn't mature either. Either make the decision or don't. But for them to be like, well, you can let the decision for him to be like, so he's the a-hole.
Hey, we're gonna bench you at halftime.
Not only did they bench him, but then they made him look even worse. No, I don't think he looked worse by saying no. I think he looked like a gentleman.
Right.
Stand your ground. I'm not going to go out there for play a half and then you take me out.
It wasn't about that. It was about, he said he wants the record to have integrity. And if he's staying in just to continue that streak and then being pulled out of the game, that's not what that record is about.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And so that's why he didn't do it. He wasn't being a baby.
Much
he was being sincere about the record that he had and maintaining, just keeping it solid instead of putting an asterisk next to it.
If the Giants really cared about his record, they wouldn't have benched him.
No, I respect that. I respect that because isn't it always going to be said that, was it Brett Favre that pretty much gave Strahan the sack record?
Yeah, when he went down.
He basically went down and gave him the record. You remember that? So, I mean, I remember that. That stands out to me, 10 years later? Yeah. So, I mean, I respect Eli for that. Who could use Eli? Let's play that game.
Jacksonville.
Wow. I don't know.
Tom Coughlin.
Is he better? How much better is he than Bortles?
Same.
He's the same as Blake Bortles. That's bold. What are you chewing on? It's distracting the hell out of me.
Nothing.
Really?
Not chewing on anything.
Who's chewing? Do you not hear chewing? I feel like he's got a lozenge over.
You're focused on it.
I am dialed in. No, I'm locked in today because it was just such this is a fascinating time of football. I'm angry at the Redskins, but what can you be angry at? They're hurt. They're so hurt. You know what the one question could be? What the hell are we doing in that building that gets us this hurt? Could you blame it on our training? I mean, I got people hitting me up on Twitter. I got people texting me. This has got to be on Gruden. This is. They're way more hurt than everybody else.
Kirk did mention last week on a radio interview about the conditions of FedEx Field during
That's a good point.
During the cold season.
Very good point.
It's like playing on concrete.
Potts, he goes on an exclusive interview here up in Northern Virginia on Grant and Danny, and so we get to hear it, and man, he was pretty much bashing our field, saying it's really, I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty atrocious, but it's just something you come to, kind of get used to when you play around here. Right. And then, the hosts of the show, when he hung up, went off and just on a huge rant on how is that even possible that you got your quarterback of your billion-dollar franchise saying you just got to get used to how bad the field is.
Do you remember that game where RG3 got basically broken by the turf at FedEx Field?
Tore him apart. You got high school fields down the road that look better than that.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, come
100% true.
What is that? Is that a thing that we can't roll a new turf?
Yeah.
Or is that basically Dan Snyder saying, man, I don't really care if we're good?
I want a new stadium somewhere where the taxpayers pay for it all.
Put it in Northern Virginia. Put it in D.C. Do not put it in Maryland.
Do not put it in Maryland.
Tired of this Maryland Redskins. Call us the Warriors. Give us the Washington Warriors. I'm down. That's fine. Call us the Americans. Stick it to the rest of the league. The Washington Americans. There you go. Now we're an American team.
Stick to the Skins.
No, you want to call the Cowboys America's team? Well, we're literally now the Americans.
No.
No? Pots. Do I get a sound for that?
It's not even plugged in yet.
Oh, what is this? Are we just... Oh, man. All right, we're all disheveled after the Redskins game. Let's get to a break, and we'll get Jack from Soapbox Sports to finish up the Eli discussion. Then he's got trivia for us, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah.
And Belly is going to be playing some jams for us, so I'm curious to see
Curious.
what kind of a feel he's going to give us today. What's the atmosphere going to feel like?
We'll see.
You love your country jams.
I
got no problem with it.
And blues.
I'm feeling good. Country blues. All right, folks, we got Jack from Soapbox Sports, senior writer. Guru Jack will be back with us in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's Luch Dog in the Morning.
At litmradio.com.
Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of tastes and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Wester. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com. And don't forget dollar tacos for Taco Tuesdays. Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you, Maddie Mads. Luch Dog in the Morning here on TTR Radio 106.1 in Richmond. Sports 106.1. Thanks for having us down there. Belly, great job. We've got Jack from Soapbox Sports. Jack, hello, sir. Are you with us?
I hope I am. I'm calling on Bluetooth on my phone.
You sound great. I love it. You sound like you got something to say to us about Eli Manning. I know you were chomping at the bits to get in on this. So what are your takes, man? What do you think about this? Because I was very upset saying that everybody's outpouring all this love for him. But, you know, I don't understand it because he had the option to start. So what's the deal, man?
Yeah, so I've been a football fan for I'm 25, so probably about 16, 17 years. I honestly can't remember a more disrespectful benching in my life. He gave the Giants 2 Super Bowls, which is more than any other team in the NFC East has in the past,
How long
2
ago?
decades.
How long ago did he do that?
It's been a while, but
I mean, come
still.
on, we're living in the past, Jack.
Yeah, but still, it's like you're never going to bench Tom Brady. You're never going to bench someone like, I don't know, Peyton. You don't bench these types of guys. You stick with them. Eli's not the reason that the Giants are so bad this year. their offensive line. It's the injuries to their receivers. It's the fact that Ben McAdoo lost the locker room, lost the trust of the locker room.
I hear reports that that's not true, Jack. I hear right. I mean, I'm hearing reports that that's not true. That I mean, either way, can't we argue that Eli has not been great? Potts, do we really? I mean, what are your thoughts on Eli on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you put him right now?
You think
not
the Skins are dealing with injuries?
I know
I've
they
never
have
been
injuries.
a big Eli fan, but it doesn't matter. Their season is over, so benching him was pointless.
Why not see their? Well, you know what the really is stoking the fire here, Belly. The reason that they're benching him is to put in Geno Smith,
and we know what Geno Smith is.
You know what you got with him.
Yeah, New York knows. He's played for the Jets.
Who's the guy behind him? Their first round, their draft pick.
It's Davis something.
And so if they were
Davis
to put
Webb.
now,
Davis Webb,
Jack, am I right that the reason they're not playing him and they're playing Geno Smith is because he just hasn't had enough time to play with the ones yet, which to me is their fault anyway.
So I can understand benching Manning for Davis Webb because he was their third-round pick. Those third, fourth-round quarterbacks like a Dak Prescott, those guys.
Russell Wilson.
If something goes, Russell Wilson. But,
Jack doesn't like Russell Wilson.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, I have feelings about Russell Wilson I'm not going to share on air. But anyway, those guys like Dak Prescott, like Russell Wilson, therefore, they're not expected to start right out of the gate or, at all. Therefore, if something goes catastrophically wrong, which has been the essence of the Giants season.
Okay.
I can understand benching Eli for, Davis Webb, but for journeyman Geno Smith, who's, he hasn't done anything in the National Football League except make the Jets, look terrible.
So Potts,
don't really understand.
Don't you blame the Giants? Why would you make the benching before your Davis Webb is ready? Like if that isn't that am I the only one that thinks that's crazy? Why if Geno Smith is just a placeholder for a week, then wait a week to bench Eli?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally agree.
Oh, so is Geno Smith he's only playing for a week?
Yeah, I'm hearing reports that the reason Geno Smith that's the whole reason that everybody's upset.
Davis Webb isn't ready.
Davis Webb isn't ready, hasn't had enough time in practice with the number 1 squad, right, with all the starters. So we don't want to throw him into the fire. We're just going to have Geno go out for 1 week, give him 1 more week of practice with the ones, and then we'll fire him out, we'll put him out there next week. Well, then why not just bench Eli next week?
When was the last time a rookie quarterback that was drafted in the middle of the round was actually ready?
When a rookie quarterback's ready.
Not Dak Prescott, he got thrown into the fire. Not Russell Wilson, he got thrown into a fire. But more so those quarterbacks who just didn't have any time.
Nate Peterman got thrown into a fire, and then he threw five interceptions.
I hear you've got trivia,
Jack.
You got trivia for us over here. What's going on with that, man? I need something here. Tired of Eli. I'm tired of the Giants. I'm tired of football right now. I'm really mad.
Well, what are you talking about? I love football.
Football's the greatest.
I'm over it. Look at Potts. Potts is over it.
He's just leaning back, just chilling.
All right. So what's going on?
So this is for all of you guys. So Eli Manning's first start with the New York Giants was in 2004. How many starting quarterbacks in the entire NFC East have started a game since then?
So basically, Eli's been the only Giants starter since a week ago, since he came into the league.
How many NFC East?
So how many more starting quarterbacks have started for the rest of the NFC East teams?
All right. Well, the Cowboys had Dak and they had Tony, and then they probably had like 2 or 3 randomly in there, like a Kyle Orton.
When they covered for injuries, like Kyle Orton. Right.
So we'll give them 3.
We'll give them. Let's say we'll give the Cowboys like 5.
You want to just bump it up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go 5 to the Cowboys. Redskins, man, this is going back to what, 2004?
Redskins, the list goes on and on.
I mean, off the top of my head, Potts, do you have a guess?
I mean, for the whole number, I'm gonna say 23.
Okay, that's a good
that's pretty good.
Number.
That's just for the Redskins, right?
But let's go through. Yeah. Let's go through. Can we try to do it? I don't know if we can do this, but let's go through.
I know Todd Collins was 1. RG3 was 1.
Colt McCoy has started 1, 2, 3, 4. Kirk 5.
You have Rex, sexy Rexy.
Rex. You got Donovan McNabb.
Donovan McNabb, who was also
7.
an Eagles starter.
Yeah. Who else for us? God, I don't know when it stops because I've got like Heath Schuler.
No, it stops in 2004.
All right, let's go 10 for the Redskins, 5 for the Cowboys, 1
Only
for the
10.
Giants. That's 16. Fine, 12,
I
18.
think Potts is right on the money.
23, Jack.
23 is incorrect, but you were right on the money with the number of Redskins starters.
10.
Redskins had exactly 10 starters since 2004.
Woo! Can we name them? Do you know them?
I didn't write a list down off the top of my head, and outside of, the ones you named with McNabb and Grossman and,
Grossman.
RG3,
We had Sexy
not sure off
Rexy.
the top of my head.
Man. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah, Sexy Rexy.
Thanks,
But the Cowboys
Jack.
and Eagles both have had 12.
It's combined.
No, each.
What?
The Cowboys have had 12? No.
The Skins, they've had more starters than the Skins?
Yes, they have.
Who? Tony
Really?
Romo.
John Kitna started for them for a
Kitna,
short time when
Orton.
Tony was hurt. But the Eagles, that doesn't...
Dak. It's like 5. I don't know.
Eagles, all I can think of is McNabb. Who was there? Sam Bradford? Carson Wentz?
There was definitely an
Chase
African-American quarterback in there. At
Chase
one point.
Daniel,
What
apparently.
was his name? I can't remember. Didn't they have an African-American quarterback?
Michael Vick.
Not for the Dallas.
No, but they did for the Eagles.
What was his name? Wow, good one. Jack, thank you, buddy. We'll
Wow,
sit
so it was
here
like
and ponder in front of
32.
everyone.
It was like 34 people.
Yeah, what was the number?
34.
34.
Wow. All right, I know you had one reason or two that the Redskins fans should be rejoicing about Eli, so fire us with that before we get you out of here.
Yeah, so they're not the most dysfunctional organization in the NFC anymore. So that's one reason that the Redskins can rejoice.
Jesus.
For a week or two.
Yeah, great.
But
Great.
don't worry. I'm sure Colt McCoy will start the last 3 games for the Redskins just to see what he's got when they're out of the playoff hunt. And Kirk will be like, all right, see ya.
I'm out of here. Right. All right, Jack, thank you very much for joining us. We'll have you on again next week, I'm sure. So make sure you stick around, folks, for that. But Jack from Soapbox Sports, anything left for the people?
Thanks for having me. Happy birthday, and hopefully you were able to close.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Sounds
Yes.
good. I appreciate it. That's Jack from Soapbox Sports. Check them out. In fact, Belly, why don't you tell us about Soapbox Sports right now?
In a world where voices of real sports fans get buried in social media, Soapbox Sports rises above the rest to give you true sports fans their chance to stand on their soapbox and let the world know what's on their mind. At soapboxsports.com, you can catch me, Belly, and senior writer Guru Jack, and they provide unique insight on everything from the NFL to WWE. Follow them on Twitter at soapbox_sports for all the latest updates, and be sure to catch me again, Belly, every morning in Luch Dog in the Morning, every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. on Sports 106.1 FM in Richmond, Virginia. Soapbox Sports, let your voice be heard. Soapboxsports.com.
Do you want to learn how to defend yourself efficiently with your handgun? Or use pepper spray with the confidence of real-life training? How about develop an actionable home defense plan? Innovative Defensive Solutions offers realistic personal defense training both in Manassas and Doswell. IDS Training also travels nationwide to host range and classroom locations. Since 2003, IDS Training has been teaching people to improve their safety through contextually accurate and realistic personal defense training, including concealed carry permit courses, pepper spray courses, beginner firearm safety, and of course defensive firearm training. So head over to innovativedefensivesolutions.com or call 571-535-4437 with promo code LUCH, that's L-U-C, and get 20% off their coursework. You can also find IDS on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with the handle @IDS Training. Innovative Defensive Solutions, making you safer through realistic firearm training. Real training for real life. InnovativeDefensiveSolutions.com.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Wester. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com. And don't forget $1 tacos for Taco Tuesdays. Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning. Hanging out with you on Sports 106.1 right here in Richmond, Virginia. What's up, Richmond? Good morning. How's your bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit? How your pancakes? How's your coffee? You like your hot cakes, Belly?
I like my hot cakes like I like my hot
There's
takes.
nothing like breakfast. Well done. I got Belly Matt LaBelle right here from Soapbox Sports in Studio A, and Matty Potts in the Santa Monica newsroom. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
We're very excited for to get your input here because you're our everyman. You're our casual sports fan. You know, you got Guru Jack over there at Sports Soapbox Sports. You got Belly over here as well. I'm the middle ground, and then Potts is, you know, the casual man. So first of all,
Right.
how hot is the voice for your new marinade ad?
It's awesome, but I just realized it's not tacos. She said sides, and it's bowls, tacos, sliders.
Damn it! It's me. I'm the one who wrote that. I
You
screw
wrote
it
it.
up every time. What
She
is
said
it?
sides instead of bowls, but whatever. It does sound awesome, and I think it's great that we're promoting a restaurant in L.A.
Yeah.
in Richmond,
Hey,
Virginia.
man, well,
but
no, I
that's
do
cool.
that because this goes to the podcast too. So I want to make sure we cover both coasts because we have a lot of listeners who tune into the Richmond show through the podcast. So we've got a lot of people. I can see where they're coming from. They're coming a lot from San Jose, a lot of Los Angeles, and New York and DC are big. And of course, Richmond is right there with us because we're in your earbuds live. Well, not live, but through the car, right through the radio. It's great. So thanks for everybody listening. And I want to take you through why I didn't see any of this Redskins game on Thursday because like I said, I mean, Belly brought this up when we got home. Now, Belly was amazing. Let me start this out. Amazing guy. He takes me out for my birthday. He comes, he picks me up so I don't have to, do any driving. Grabs the bill, takes me home. But Potts, he admits to himself, how did I do as a wingman? Because I can be either really good at this or really bad at it.
I can be really bad as a wingman, as in I can draw too much attention.
Oh.
And I saw what I know what he's talking about. I do know what he's talking about. So can I take you through this and see how you feel, and we can kind of grade his wingman status?
Let's do it.
Okay, so what happened is I had a friend of mine show up for, the game. And
she showed up for your birthday too.
Okay, true. So
not for the game.
Okay, and she brought her friend, and this is the 22-year-old that we were talking about. They're both 22. So anyway, the way that the seating works out is, I'm sitting across from Belly, but the seats that are open are next to me. So my friend is next to me. We'll call her Jane, and my friend's friend is Alice. Okay. Alice is the one that I'm interested in because it's my friend's friend. So the only place to sit down, Jane is next to me. Alice is next to her. So Jane is in the middle of me and Alice. And Belly is looking at the two of them. He's got instant and immediate access to them at all times.
Right.
I am the third one down the row, and I have to I'm the guy who's the idiot at the bar butting in going, what'd you guys say?
Right.
I'm not going to do that, but that's my position. So you had primo seating.
Yeah, of course. I always do.
And here's the problem. He knew it, and he had no problem exploiting it. And I think that's why his friends might say, hey, clearly I'm into this girl here. Could you tone it down?
Well, there's already a wall because he's sitting friend.
Yep.
And then the friend of the friend.
Yep. Friend and then interest.
So the friend's already in between. So the goal is to now move the friend out of the in between,
which he did. You did it. He did it. He kept commenting.
How do you do it?
I'll tell you how he did it. I don't know if you even realize this is what you did, but he kept commenting on the faces that the middle girl was making based on the comments I was saying
to the other girl. Past her.
So I don't know if that made sense on radio, but if you can picture it, I am trying to hit on this other girl and making jokes to her, 2 people down, but the girl in the middle is making faces at Belly, and Belly's calling it out.
I'm like, yes, that's exactly how you should feel about this situation right now.
So eventually, it gets to the point, girl in the middle, my friend, just goes, I'm moving, and gets up and goes and sits by Belly, and then the two of them talk to each other for the rest of the night, and I talk to my girl the rest of the night.
Yep, nice. I didn't even inject myself back into the back into the Adam conversation.
Freaking amazing. But I can see why maybe a lesser secure friend, a friend without game, a friend who is going to see. I mean, hey, man, we're all out. It's the wild out there. I mean, we're at Hooters.
Yeah.
Every man for himself. However, I think with a friend, you got to kind of like see the situation. And you said last night, sometimes you take the mindset if you've had a few drinks in you. Hey, man, if you were going to make a move, you would have done it already. Sorry.
Well, I have that. So I have that mindset where like I've had past experiences where like I've ended up like making out with or doing something with a girl that my friend was interested in, but it was a interest that obviously had waned away, and I just one night drunkenly at a bar happened to run into this friend who was cool. Like she was nice, she's attractive. Things happened. And then, of course, my friend gets super upset about it, even though he hadn't talked to her in over a year.
Oh, jeez, over a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no...
if you can't,
the statute of limitations is over there, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely not.
If you can't close, someone else has got to do it.
Yep.
Someone's got to close and lock the door.
And that's what's happening with the Giants. They're just looking for a closer. They're looking for Geno Smith to come in and shut the door on the rest of the season. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What if he lights it up? What if Geno Smith lights it up?
Yeah.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
And he won't.
God.
He just won't.
Anybody getting him on fantasy? Absolutely not. Yeah, so Potts, it was interesting back last night. I don't know if anything will come out of it, but...
we also, you forget to mention, we had 3 other friends there.
Well, so that was the challenge. We're at a really big table, right? It's a table for 8.
It's a long table.
Long ways. I am in the direct middle. The 2 girls are sitting to my right, and Belly is in front of them. He's on the other side of us.
Right.
To my left is one of my best friends, my sister, basically, Hot Mess Kim.
Hot Mess Kim, shout out.
Hot Mess.
Evan and Sarah also came out last night.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you to
across
them.
from
They're
them
the
are
best.
two huge listeners to the show, friends of ours as well.
And Evan has the best stories.
Oh, he's great, man. He's the guy who, I don't know if longtime listeners, he's the guy who was yelling at the Uber driver.
Yes.
And we had the audio of it, and he's just screaming at the Uber driver who's...
Right.
I mean, he lost his mind.
Oh,
he
right,
lost
right,
his
I
mind.
remember
Because his
Yeah.
Uber driver is taking him into the middle of nowhere for no reason.
Oh,
Fantastic.
so
Anyway,
good.
they're all there, but I got this challenge now. And Welcome Back, folks, is really taken off. Apparently, Hot Mess Kim took a picture with me, sent it to somebody, and the response was, Welcome Back, folks.
I told you we got to make T-shirts,
Yeah,
and
we
that's
really do.
going to be the slogan.
We really do.
Yeah.
But now I'm at the challenge, folks. Potts, I'm middleman, dude. I'm going back and forth between the 2 factions now because we're split down the middle.
That's what I was trying to do. So one of the reasons that I was so talkative initially when they sat down and they were right across from me is because you were still engulfed in a conversation with the other group.
Right. No, you did nothing wrong. He's very hospitable. He's got those big blue eyes and that smooth delivery.
And that silky
I can
smooth
see
voice.
dudes getting jealous with it.
Yeah, well,
My advice?
And sometimes I overtalk.
Well, my advice to them is step up your game. Step up your game.
Yeah.
Belly's here to play, folks, but he did a great job as a wingman. I thought he was awesome. The way you got my friend out of there, unbelievable. Not rude. Potts, are you a good wingman?
I'm definitely not as observant as Belly. Like, he's like reading the whole situation,
he was
and
locked
which I'm
in.
impressed with. I don't think I am that aware of my surroundings, to be honest,
That's the
especially when I'm
bartender in me,
drinking.
though.
So
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
not sure how good
Bartenders.
of a wingman I am.
Because I wasn't just aware of your situation. I was aware of a lot of things going on in
I was
the bar
really
that
worried
night.
about the people to our left who felt like totally left out of our. Obviously, we were having a good conversation. Kind of sparks were flying. You between my friend, me maybe between this girl. Who knows? I'll probably
knows?
screw it up. Whatever. But
when they listen to this episode.
yeah. Oh man, this is radio. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So anyway, it was fun at Hooters. But they were. What was the ratio there? We wanted to point out.
We were pointing that out. We had 3 girls sitting at our table. There were maybe 3 other girls in the entire restaurant.
200 people.
And
Oh,
we
wow.
weren't. Every other table was getting much more action from the servers and stuff like that. Ours was like kind of lost in the loop.
Oh, they couldn't care less about us.
And
We
it's
had girls
because
over there.
We
They
had
had no
girls
part
at
of
our
us.
table. I'm pretty sure.
They left us. They didn't even come near.
Because most tables they go
It's
in
my
Hooters,
birthday. They didn't
100%
sing or anything.
dudes.
We told them it was my birthday, and I was, of course, like, don't do anything. But you would imagine they're gonna make you feel like an idiot. I mean, do the hula hoop or whatever. I'm so glad they didn't, but I can't. I mean, they totally didn't even pay attention to us. And the last thing I'd like to say about this is I would be very upset if I went to Hooters and I sat at the bar, because you know what you get at the bar? You get primo cream of the crop. That's where the hottest chicks are. They have them as the bartenders. No offense, I'm sorry if that sounds offensive, but that's what happens. If you go to a Hooters, the most absolutely by far every time the most attractive women are the bartenders.
The ones wearing the black shirts.
And Potts, what are they all wearing last night?
Jerseys.
Game jerseys, covering up
Oh,
everything.
nice.
And I was like, oh, no. I don't think so.
Not sexy game jerseys?
Like a rack pose jersey.
I thought they were hot.
Oh, they looked great. But I'm just saying, it's not called jerseys. It's called Hooters.
Right.
And this is when we lose all our female listeners.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you guys later. We don't do Hooters a lot, but man, it is a fun atmosphere. Do you go to Hooters at all for games or something?
No. I've been once in maybe 4 years. I definitely like Tilted Kilt better. It sucks that they closed the one in your area.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
closed.
right, folks.
Absolutely.
Tilted Kilt. We should
That's
have known
crazy.
when Olivia was telling us how she missed Tilted Kilt.
Yeah, for sure.
The food at Hooters sucks.
Oh, it's better, but yeah, pretty rough. So
Man, we
I'd
had
like
some
to know.
good food last night.
Let's do that before we go to break. What's your favorite game day food? What would you really prefer if you're watching the Redskins and it's going to be a win? What do you want to eat? Potts, go.
Breakfast burrito.
Ooh. Oh, it gets so weird. We were talking about that the games are happening at 10 o'clock in the morning for you guys out there on the
it's
West.
so true.
It's
oh,
so weird.
Man, I would love breakfast burritos for football.
That would be awesome. Belly, what do you got? Number one food.
I mean, I'm always going to be a chicken wing guy when it comes to football. I love me some chicken wings.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Taco salad over here for me. Taco salad.
Hey,
taco
salad.
Can we just get taco salad? What is that?
What, Potts?
Yeah, that's not. Luch, I'm gonna have to go when we do this break. I'm running a little late.
Okay,
for work
so Matty
here. I got a
Potts,
big
take
catering
us
order.
out, Belly. We got something going here for the people. Let's do that. We'll get
No,
Potts
let's see,
out of
let's
here. Do
see.
you have anything? I don't want to say anything left for the people. Is there actually any? I know we got to get your tagline, but is there anything that you would like to say to the people of Richmond before you go?
No, but happy birthday. Thanks
Oh.
for tuning in. Have a great day. You can kindly go find yourself.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Matty Potts. Thanks, bud.
Later, Potts.
Bam, boom, bop, boom, ba-da-da-dum. Thank you, buddy. All right, there he goes. Belly and I will hold it strong for the rest of the hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And we'll be back after this. It's Luch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Man, I thought that was like Collective Soul. That felt good. Welcome back, folks. What are we doing over here? I like this one. Is this new?
Called End of the Line.
End of the Line.
Yeah,
Apparently done.
I haven't used it very often. So.
You should use it more. This is great. Welcome back, folks. How we doing over there? We'll finish strong. It is Luch Dog in the morning. Thank you for hanging out with us. Of course, for all you live streamers, we appreciate you watching live on YouTube channel LITM Podcast. You can catch all of our shows, litmradio.com. We do a weekly podcast on Wednesdays where we get a little bit more outside of sports than usual. And, of course, we do our sports show on Sunday mornings, 9 to 10 a.m., right here on Sports 106.1 in Richmond. So thank you guys so much. Subscribe to the iTunes. And please, listeners out there, I see the numbers. But you know where we're struggling is nobody's leaving reviews. I'm going to need a whole buttload of 5-star reviews from
Just
LITM Nation. I
basically
need
keep
you.
commenting how much you love me.
Yeah, I need that. You know you love it.
Give
we
us
love
5
it too.
belly rubs, please.
So 5 belly rubs wherever you watch it, ideally on iTunes or Apple Music, wherever you listen to us. 5 belly rubs would be great. So Greg Schiano is out of the contract for Tennessee. Is that correct? Or technically is not allowed to sue, is what the reports are now coming out as. Obviously, we are 2 days behind recording this on Friday, so I apologize if something new has come out since then.
Not just that.
But this is absurd.
There's now 2 new coaches that didn't take the job at Tennessee. And now reports are coming out and breaking now that Tennessee just fired their athletic director.
Well, I mean, this is a big dumpster fire, and if you don't know what we're talking about, obviously, where have you been? You don't care about college football, which we could even start with. Is college football more entertaining as a package than NFL right now? Because it's borderline close. I don't know what happened yesterday. Like I said, we don't know what happened yesterday.
The college football playoff is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Can't wait to find out tonight who the Final Four are.
And there's a lot of balance up at the top. It's going to be a big mess.
Well, remember, they just played yesterday, and we don't know what the outcomes are.
Yeah.
So we can't really comment on college football, which is why we never talk about it with you guys. But please don't think that we don't like it. We love it. I love college football.
Yep. We just miss it by a day.
I'm just so excited to see where Alabama lands. For some reason, I'm just like, I can't get over that. So anyway,
somehow
Tennessee,
they'll sneak in. But Tennessee.
That is what's going on. Obviously, is Greg Schiano, former coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former Rutgers head coach, was hired in principle through a memo. And then, 90 to 100 people went to the campus and complained and said that he had to do with the Sandusky scandal. That he allegedly saw something and didn't report it.
He allegedly had seen something and didn't report it. And this was one incident. Only one person reported that Greg Schiano had seen something. It was very light in passing, and a lot of the closing arguments and the documentation that came out and was released from the trials. But no, it doesn't seem like there's any merit to it or anything like that.
So you better know what you're saying when you attach child molestation to somebody's name.
Yeah.
And 100 people went out on campus and pretty much did that. And the question becomes, would they have done that if it was Nick Saban? Would you have done that if you liked him as the coach? I think a lot of people are saying, I think you just don't want Greg Schiano as your head coach.
Yeah, he's not very good.
Well, he doesn't have a great track record.
His win-losses
But I
aren't
think
that
it's
great.
a little bit much to then go out and use this as a reason to roast him to the point of maybe not even being employable now.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's not getting a job.
He's the defensive coordinator for Ohio State.
Think about it this way. If you're breaking news on us with Friday that the AD is dead. Wow, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You owe $5 on coughs today.
Yeah, I know. All the coughs.
If the AD
Sorry, folks.
If AD from Tennessee
Seasons be changing.
is fired because he took a chance on Greg Schiano as a hire, what AD in their right mind is going to take a chance on Greg Schiano now?
Well, what coach in their right mind would want to jump into this situation?
Oh, you're getting somebody who is a assistant coach somewhere who's looking for a chance. You're gonna pay.
Every day that passes, the Tennessee job becomes more and more devalued. And
well,
why would anyone?
What's
want
funny
to go
is
there?
that the employee is the one with all the leverage, which is not typically true.
Yeah.
Who wants to coach Tennessee? I love that Schefter and what's that dude's name?
I'll do it.
Yeah, they were all basically pointing out hey, just got hired. See you guys. Herm Edwards maybe to Arizona State. Did you see that?
I don't like that move either.
Why?
Listen, I love Herm Edwards in the sense of his motivational speaking, his
antics.
But at the same time, he hasn't coached in college football in over 25, 30 years. He only coached in college football for one season.
I mean, you play to win the game. You play to win the game.
So I don't know how. I don't know how he's going to
Herm.
translate into.
He seems like the guy that kids would really follow. They run through a wall for because the way you hear him talk, he even said, I heard him when he was talking about it on NFL Live just yesterday. He was saying, these losing teams, the players want answers. And this is going to Bob McAdoo. Or, I'm sorry, actually, they were talking about Jason Garrett, which doesn't sound great now after they just trounced us in, national TV. But, basically he was saying that when you're losing, you're looking to your coach, help me out. What's going on? Give me a reason to fix. Give me the reason this is happening, and help me give me something to fix it. And then when they don't have answers for you, that's when you start questioning the top of the line.
Yep.
Well, what is this guy doing? If he doesn't have anything for me, then what are we paying him for? What's
the
his
play
job?
calling? It's the
right. But no, I want to see something in film study that you can help me with. Why am I not getting the separation that I need? Why are we not getting the blocks picked up on the blitzes? Like, what is it that's happening? Isolate it. Let's figure it out. But if you got nothing for me, well, that's a problem. And Herm Edwards is talking when he said when I would go into the NFL meetings each week with my coaches and we were a losing team, if we were a losing team, I would say, listen, men, these kids want answers. These kids want answers. And I think if you have that kind of a mentality, I don't care what kind of a team you are, winning, losing, your team cares, your coach cares about you and wants to intrinsically has a drive to help you, you got that locker room in check. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Herm's the man. Wouldn't you want him as your coach? I want to wake up to him. Hey, buddy, here's your coffee. Come on, let's go. You play to win the game.
I'm just not sure college is going to translate well for him. It usually doesn't translate well for people who are longtime NFL coaches that go into go back into college. Like Lovie Smith is a perfect example of this. Was in the NFL for years and years, is now coaching at the University of Illinois, and they're not very good.
Right, that's true.
And now you may expect a recruiting boost because hey, there's this guy that has huge connects into the NFL.
Chip Kelly, could you make the argument that he spent too much time away from college? Maybe he forgot what he was doing.
Doubtful.
Going to UCLA.
If you think 3 years away from college football is a long time, Herm's been away from college football.
You talk about
for 25 years.
Two ends of the spectrum. Who would you rather coach your team? You're the player.
Chip
okay,
Kelly.
you're a junior.
Chip Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Herm Edwards?
Yeah.
Chip Kelly's going to run you to the ground. He's going to micromanage every little bit of your day. He's going to have cameras in your dorm room.
We could win the national championship.
I'm just obviously making this up, but he's got some serious control issues.
I believe that
you can get away with in college, and you cannot obviously get away with in the NFL, which is why he didn't work out. Oh, how they eat, how they sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that. Give me Herm.
Who knows what? Herm's probably a pretty strict guy.
Fine.
Expects.
At least he's affable. Chip Kelly, I want to punch in the face.
I'm sure a lot of Eagles fans share your sentiment.
Oh, man. Maybe it's the NFC East in me.
But the Eagles fans already forgot about him.
Don't you see that though? Because obviously I have no problem with Tony Romo. I hated him as a quarterback. Love seeing all his failures.
No, I never liked
as a fan. But then in the broadcast booth, I'm able to separate that. I enjoy listening to him. Same thing with Rex Ryan. Didn't really like him as a coach. Didn't care for all the boasting.
You're about to tell me you like Rex Ryan?
Love him on NFL
Are you
Countdown.
kidding?
He's great, and he's right a lot. He's accurate. He makes very good predictions.
He does make very good predictions.
I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He's very, again, affable. He's likable. He's giving you real talk.
I miss all the guys they fired.
But Chip Kelly, I don't care. I see him on TV even as a broadcaster. I want to punch him in the nose.
Well, I feel that way about Matt Millen, but that's for a different reason. Matt Millen ruined the Lions for 3 straight
And did
years.
you know, I don't know if so the Browns haven't played yet today, so obviously they have a chance to go 0-16 still, just like your Lions did. Did you know that the Lions, when they went 0-16, what was their preseason record?
4-0.
And do we know the Browns' preseason record this year?
Oh, I'd have to check.
I'll tell you right now. Can you guess?
I'm going to guess 4-0.
Darn right. How weird is
Don't
that?
go 4-0 in the preseason, folks.
Yeah, you do not want to win out the preseason. Bad news. Bad news. Man, I really hope they get a win. I don't think they will. Pull up the Browns season.
The Browns season?
Yeah.
So who do the Browns have left? I absolutely think they're going 0-16 because I really thought they could get the win this week.
Chargers, no.
No.
Packers, maybe.
But
At home.
Packers played really well
at home
against who did they play?
That's the one. They've got Packers and Ravens at home. If they can take one of those two. I am done with the Ravens. Like Joe Flacco, get out of town.
Packers showed up the other night against the Steelers.
Packers did? Yeah, I'm talking about the Ravens. Give me Flacco or give me death. I say death, please.
Now, here's where they could get the win. It's at the Bears.
I don't know, man. Their defense is strong.
The Bears aren't. Their defense is strong.
Trubisky sucks.
And we do have Josh Gordon back in the field,
Yeah,
too.
that's true. I'm very excited for that. Whole lot of stuff happening. Big time. Big week today, so we're very much looking forward to a Sunday full of football. However, are you going to still watch, listeners, knowing that your Redskins are out of it? I'm curious how you $6. I'm curious how you handle what is now a lost cause. This is our season that is basically over. Does it ruin the rest of the season for you? I am now out mathematically in both my fantasy teams, and the Redskins are out. So if it wasn't my job, I would be checking out. Yes, if it was my job to talk about it, absolutely. I mean, I love sports. I want to see good sports, but I don't see a lot of good games, man. Quite frankly, I'm not devoting my Sundays to this anymore.
I will. I've got something to fight for, but I mean, as a Redskins fan, you got to look at the facts of Kirk Cousins is the future. You got to figure out.
Is he?
You got to figure out if you're going to keep him or not. This limbo
This is
land,
going to be
you
a
cannot
nightmare.
keep living in this limbo land.
Maybe we should start him for the first half, and then start looking at Colt McCoy.
Oh, good Lord! I want to be the New York Giants. Hold my beer.
Yeah, please. I love that. That's fantastic. New York Giants.
Hold my beer. The Redskins will be right back to the bottom of the NFC East by benching Kirk. If the Redskins bench Kirk Cousins in the last 4 weeks of the NFL season, do you think there's any chance?
No, he'd be out. That's no offense. That's a ridiculous question because that would just be them saying, we're done with you.
Yeah.
We're done with you. Like, why would he stay? Unless they franchise
And
tag
then they
him.
franchise him again?
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine
What
if
a
they
nightmare.
franchise
Hey,
him
man, he
again?
doesn't care. He's over there making more money than God.
No, yeah. He doesn't care.
Holy.
It's all guaranteed.
I mean, I'd be I don't think do you think he wants to stay here? I don't think he wants to be here anymore. I think he's over it.
I think there is part of him that wants to stay. It's just there's a huge, huge caveat to that, and that's working with Bruce Allen and Dan Snyder.
Well, here's the thing about any working situation. I mean, it's what I look for. I want to feel as if I'm supported by up top. I want to know, I want somebody to say, hey, we love your show. Let's play it. Put it on. I love that kind of support. I want that as a quarterback, I'm sure.
And there have been multiple occasions in Kirk's Redskins history that deem the opposite he gets from them.
No, right now it's a very awkward work setting for both of them, and that's why I think it's over.
Yep.
So who do we go with? Do you want somebody else, or do you want Colt McCoy?
Do you trade up in the draft? Trade away your
got a lot
future.
of options.
Do what you did with the Rams a couple years ago, and you trade away like your next 3 years of first-round picks to go get a quarterback.
I want Saquon.
Saquon Barkley?
Yes, sir. That's who I want.
That's a running back.
I know. I don't care. I want him. P. Ryan's good, but I need Saquon Barkley. I want him. Absolutely. No. Give me Trace McSorley. I love these names.
I like Trace. Trace is a local.
Yeah, he is. I know.
But at the same time, I'm pretty sure you don't want to hedge your future just to reach up and grab something especially Saquon Barkley. I don't think the Redskins should be, because they're going to be in the middle. They're obviously going to be right in the middle of the draft.
Could you not? Before we go, I got one for you. I wanted to let you guys go on a smile, of course. About 1 minute left with the people. I go to, I'm going to say this from Belly's perspective. Hey, Lucio, when we're sitting across from each other at a booth, don't come and sit on my side and same-side it. Could you not same-side it so we can both watch the good TV?
No.
Is that right?
I had plenty of TVs. I thought
he was so mad at me.
He wanted to sit on the same side. No. Never same side sit. If there are two of you, never, ever,
Could
ever,
you not?
ever,
like, I mean,
ever.
obviously as a couple, that's even annoying. Like when you see a guy and a girl at the bar, that's really rough.
Yeah.
But man, two dudes just same siding it, watching the game, unheard of.
I wouldn't do it.
Could you not?
I could not.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out. Of course, we've had a blast with you guys today, as we always do on Richmond's Sunday mornings. Sports 106.1. Belly, anything left for the people?
Thanks, folks. Pleasure as always, and see you next week.
We'll be back on Sundays, 9 a.m. as usual. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It is Luch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.